Forecaster Labs, and I want to after YouTube stream is up, I want to be able to Caster Labs is chat. Essentially what I want. Yeah. So let's just normalize this and have chat be right here. Is there I can filter this chat to only show to chat? I guess no. Alrighty, time to ping the boys. Tell them I'm getting on. Yes, Uncle, it's working. Okay. And we are live. Alright guys, what's going on? Today I'm gonna be refactoring everything because I absolutely suck at what I'm doing. Like every single day. Alright. Let me know if audio is good again. I just moved back into my old setup. So to give me info on that. And I guess we'll get started. So firstly, I had a dream. It was given to me in a dream, this new redesign for a feature. Essentially what we're gonna do is that we're gonna abandon the current way we're doing this. I don't like it. I feel like it's a little bit too limiting, not even a little bit, maybe a lot limiting what it allows people to be able to do. Number one, whenever you have stuff like rotating abilities, for example, it's nigh impossible to interact with them because on click you mess it up, right? And we don't want that to happen. So I'm thinking of just simply already leveraging what we have here, right? So taking the same places system and literally just having the user know, hey, we are doing the lineup right now, so we don't have any issues like that. And that's kind of what I'm going for. So we're gonna tear all of this down, rip it out, and then we'll be fine. What is this amazing app called? Oh, it's called Icarus. It's an open source Valorant strategy creator. It's a tool to allow Valorant players to plan strategies within the game of Valorant, outside of the game of Valorant. It's particularly designed for esports teams and stuff, so it allows them to make accurate strategies. That's pretty much it. We're gonna be doing a lot of like just hard coding today, which I'm excited for. I haven't done that in quite a while. A lot of the time I've been thinking more about architecture, but it was given to me in a dream, and now I can see it. Alright. Let's get this to be not full screen necessarily, but actually we need to do almost max there. I like it like that. Do you see yourself open to other companies than Amazon? If so, what companies? It honestly depends. I don't have a specific like incline towards one or another. I would say top 10 places that would be cool to work at would be Microsoft, Google, and Riot Games. But I don't really care that much. Anywhere else is fine as well. I just want to be able to build stuff like really close to what I'm working on. So even a startup is fine as long as everything's chill and I fuck what I'm building. Let's see what's popping here. Also, did you tell me if the audio and the balance of stuff is right? I just moved back to my old setup, so you let me know on that. Alrighty, so we're gonna rip this entire procedure down, and I'm just gonna do that by adding this. So when we have navigation provider, right, or interaction state provider, I'm gonna add a third interaction state, which is going to be not navigation but lineup. Lineup creation question mark. We got the same thought process law. I want to work somewhere I have ownership of my work. Yeah, bro, because I feel like, yes, if you go to a big company you get paid a lot, but I feel like it's kind of like less it gives me less drive on what I'm working on, and I'd rather go to a smaller company now where I have energy and I want to like really get into what I'm doing than like like later. You know what I mean? Busted down Dariana. All right, bro. I'm gonna just ban you off that. not, not troll. That was good, little man. Lineup placing. I think this is fine. So now we have this interaction state called lineup placing, and then we're gonna go to place widget builder, and we're literally gonna copy the entire freaking packet code. We can technically use the same code from here, which is absolutely not crazy. I work at a mid-sized company and I have a lot of ownership. My roommate works at Microsoft and has none. Yeah, and I'm sure you enjoy your job like way more than he does, depending on the person though. Some people just really like going in and out of work, not giving a fuck about what they're working on and just getting the money. But I like really enjoy. I want to enjoy my work. You know what I mean? All right. So I'm thinking about these two benefits. I could probably do this all in one little state. Is that the right thing for me to do? Debatable. It would certainly fix some issues. Let's see. So this would be, if we put it in here, right? The only issue with that is that it is basically going to be, well, not necessarily, is that? Now he wants to work at a mid-sized startup now to get more ownership. Yeah, see, I feel like that's just the way, like, much more enjoyable path to go towards. Dara, I just begged my teachers and got $30 to buy Madden 26 from Cyber Monday. How did your teacher give you $30? W teacher, but goddamn, holy crap. Computer science major? Yes, the cooked major essentially. No, I'm trolling. All right. If data is blah blah blah, we can technically still use the drag target and the placement system, right? The difference is that we'll have them be in a separate render layer. If my brain is braining right now, is that valid if I have them in a separate render layer? I think that's fine. You know what? Let's do just that. Exactly just that. What if I work at like 10 startups at the same time? Literally somebody did that. What is that one guy's name, bro? Guy who worked at 10 Is it like this one like random yeah, this one random Indian guy, bro. This guy was working at 10 different startups at the same time and nobody fucking knew. Like, insane work, by the way. He just took like 10 yeah, I wish to be like that guy, bro. Holy crap. Looking extra shiny today, Dara. Thank you, man. Thank you. You know, I actually had to use like, you know, certain peptides, you know, the collagen. No, you know, tapping. No, I'm trolling though. Dara oils up pre-stream. Yes, it's working. This is how we learn how to program, guys. Any remote works. I have one Lenza, but it's excluding my country and only US citizens. Yeah, honestly, I don't know any like remote like jobs in particular. I would definitely like look to like, I don't know, online resources because I don't have any info on that in particular. What's SDE? A software development engineer. Literally the same thing, but Amazon just calls it SDE instead of SWE. Like, I just put SDE there. I probably put SWE though. Should I? I don't know, but yeah. But I imagine if majority of startup blew up, he would be so paid. Yeah, I mean, he's already paid. Like, the startups pay. Like, startups don't pay like nothing. They pay pretty sizably depending on where you go to. And if you're working at an SF startup, you'll be fine in terms of like money. Of course, some of it will also be in equity, so that's another thing you probably have to deal with. But apart from that, you will be fine. There's a CVE question mark. Oh, that's issue. Aren't some startups like shots in the dark and like all or nothings? Yeah, usually. That's why it's better to have a startup which is that's funded to like that goes through a certain like, because okay, there's a thing called YC, and YC gives funding to startups that seem promising. So if a startup is able to get past YC, your more likely to get a startup that actually functions and doesn't like bottom out. There's also the thing that I think isn't there's like a stat that like only 10% of YC companies actually turn a profit. So yeah, startups are just like it's full risk, right? So it all depends. But yeah, like 10%, 90% of the time you're gonna be losing your money on a startup easily. Have you watched the Silicon Valley TV show? No. I don't have time to watch TV. I'm too busy programming. No, I'm trolling. I'm too busy playing Minecraft. That's what I'll tell you. Should I buy Bitcoin? I don't know. Should you live? Do whatever you want to do, man. Not financial advice. It's like a startup that broke Wiseman scores. I don't know if it's true or fictional. It might be fictional. To what I'm trolling. All right, let's look at this though. I want to take this and we can just put these in a freaking render layer. I like how I'm thinking right now. All right, so we can scope this honestly, and they can also be ally and all that stuff as well. Very curious. Is AI good for the planet? Not really. Like there's a bunch of issues with AI in terms of like being good for the planet. The major one that a lot of people don't talk about is power, electricity, and that's all dependent on like the area where the AI data centers are, right? If the area you're in is predominantly using like coal powered energy, right? You're going to be burning a lot more fossil fuels. You're going to be putting a lot of like strain on the grid and making everyone's electricity bill like rise, right? If it's near a nuclear power reactor or a clean power plant, the impact is much like less, right? And there's also the issue of water as well, right? But if you're doing this to assess whether you should be using AI for everyday use it, you are literally a small drop in the entire thing. And not only that, you can't even control the data centers you're being sent towards, right? You're just using this and they arbitrarily like send it to wherever they want, right? So it's not necessarily your issue. If you do want to make a larger impact, I would advise you go to your states and like ask them to invest in more clean power infrastructure. That's usually how I would say a singular person can make an impact entirely. You're a Wiseman score. What is a Wiseman score, chat? I'm looking not. Let's see this. A fictional performance score for lossless data compression algorithms. So that mean I'm lossless? Ooh. Thank you, man. Thank you. Alright. Let's open this. How's it going, Victor? Okay, we can take this entire shtick and then we can make it ours. Alright. So we can let these two slide, honestly. And yeah. Okay. If thanks for the follow, Victor. All right, let's do it. We do if ref dot read dot it would be interaction. Oh, my LSP is not active. Let's restart my language server. I don't know why this started happening. Restart all servers and my LSP should come back in a few. What am I doing? I'm working on my application right now. This is the application I'm working on and I'm currently building. It's called Icarus. It's an open source VALORANT strategy creator built in particular for esports teams and pro players in general for the game of VALORANT. It allows people to be able to plan strategies for the game of VALORANT inside of the game, outside of the game, inside of the game, right? So it brings in all of the in-game context and in-game data, because whenever you want to plan strategies for the game of VALORANT, it's literally nigh impossible to do so because it's a hero shooter. That means it has different characters that all have different abilities that behave differently on different maps, right? So without having a tool that brings in all that in-game context into a strategy planning application, it's nigh impossible to plan strategies. And now not only does my application do just that, it also brings in all of their abilities as well as the way they are represented in the map. So take for example this this ability here. If you look at the way it scales and the restrictions around it and how it rotates and where it stops, this is like one-to-one accurate to how it is within the game of Valorant. And you can kind of see how this becomes very, very important, because not only can you bring in all of this like in-game data and maps, you can also add other stuff like images, like taking notes, and also like drawing stuff as well. So like creating a way to just have one cohesive tool for note taking. I got $30. What should I spend it on? What do you want? If it's Cyber Monday, chat. Like, low-key on the deals this year, or low-key kind of buns. Haven't seen anything crazy. But we did buy a Roomba this week, so that was cool. Oh, there it is. Interaction state. And then if we read interaction state, and then we can ref.read interaction state, and then we can actually check if it's equal to interaction state provider, interaction state provider, and then we can check if it's equal to interaction state dot lineup placing, and if it's equal to that, we can just do that, and then we can do ref.read. It looks good. Thank you, man. I really put an emphasis on design in my application, and that's essentially what I'm really proud of. Okay. There's no even need to hit a return, I guess. Oh, and we can do this instead. That's cute. I like that. And then we wouldn't have to add the agent, right? We'll just set the agent there, which makes relative sense. I also want to take this and do the same for abilities now. So I want to do this, and then it's literally going to be placed ability, boom, set ability, boom. Life has never been that simple, literally. And then we go in, and then let me make sure the code looks about right. So set agent, set ability, make the current ability null, and then honestly we are gonna kill the way things work here. So we're just gonna make it only set the current, like the current ability. Oh, doesn't matter. That is low-key on the user to decide what they are doing, question mark, question mark. You know what, because I'm debating, right? If I want a lineup to be an interaction between the agent and its ability, we should only allow it to... Okay, that makes sense. All right. What's good? How's it going, Da Vinci? Okay. Because right now I'm debating whether to allow people to create lineups with different characters, right? Because a lineup is meant to be a interaction of both a character and one of their specified abilities. So we'll fix that in code here. This should be fine. And okay. And when we're doing add agent, how do we even like do stuff like update position? I wonder. Let's go into what's goody? Okay. Let's go into, because I don't even remember how my code works. It's been like months since I've written this portion of the entire shtick. So on drag end, we do the entire thing about placing the character and all that jazz. So technically, I can go about doing that myself. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so in that case, this is 100% fine. This works right here. If we have it take the agent and set this to null as well, and we technically don't even need the current agent to be yeah, I don't think we need it. We don't need the current agent to be, do we? We'll see. I'll evaluate this later. This is just like a to-do. Guys, remember to use to-do tags in your code. Evaluate if this check is necessary on like a UI UX level, because UX friendly. I think it's gonna follow blank. Again, if you guys have any tech questions, any coding questions or whatever, any software, any computer science questions, I'm always here to answer. Let's see. How's it going, Savion? How's it going, guys? All right, maps. And I want to go back here. We've done this entire shtick right here. And I just want to quickly hop back and look just at this, right? Best way to integrate IMAP scraping. I forgot what an IMAP is. Give me just a second. The internet message protocol, blah, blah, blah. That is for freaking email clients, right? I have zero idea to it. I have not done stuff with email clients, like barely. I like remotely did stuff with the automatic like certificate email stuff, but apart from that, I haven't done anything with that. So I would definitely just do some general research. I would say Reddit research. Just use GPT to cast a wide net as well to see what's going on, and then narrow down your searches through that. That's what I would advise for you to do. Oh, okay. Let's lock the fuck in. All right. So we can go into the place widget builder, and we have done this for both. Now we have set the ability and we have set the lineup, right? All we have to do technically is to render this. And if we go to this is current ability. Honestly, thinking that makes sense, right? And okay. Now I want something to render the current ability. Okay, we can do just that. We have give me just a tiny second here. I want to look into this more. Of course, you know what? I think it's low-key valid to have a separate drop detector, because I'm planning to have it be like whenever you are in lineup mode, all of the other stuff that is not necessary, so this entire everything here just grays out to be a darker shade so you know what's going on, right? That's a good UI interaction thing to add. In addition, again, if you ever have any comp sci coding questions, always here to answer. All right, Slash will give my opinion on it. Is it Python? And I'm going back to use Python also. How to remember programming. So right now I am using Dart. Dart is a language for the Flutter framework. It's a framework that lets you build applications on Windows, Mac OS, iOS, Android, web. Every platform you can think of, Flutter is probably on there. Again, and the other question is, how do you remember programming? Okay, in order to remember programming, you just have to consistently practice. That's literally it. The moment you start consistently practicing for about 2 to 3 weeks, the concepts will start sticking in your brain. And of course, you're gonna need to take notes. Literally, in my early days of programming, I literally have notes where I would list out how to write a bunch of stuff, right? How do you write a function? How do you write a map? How do you write I literally have how do you write lists? How do you write sets? How do you write? I had literally had notes for all of this stuff, right? So having notes in your initial phase is 100% fine. But the more you go back there and the more you reference the notes, literally spaced repetition, you just remember this stuff and you can go off like that, right? And also use your IDE, bro. Your IDE can literally give you clues and hints on how to write stuff. You should work on lineups and shit, like how Vice Thorns lands on white sound border. Yeah, that's literally what I'm working on right now. What is you know programming the way you should know eating food or washing your hands. Yeah, literally. More practice, you literally just add it back at your hand now. You understand the concepts, so you can kind of figure out how do you translate this into actual action, right? Oh yeah, give the writing from elementary school to high school example the answer to that question. Oh yeah, all right. If you're still here, my original current take is how do you remember programming? It's kind of like how you remember how to write, right? Think about it in elementary school, right? You were stringing together words. I eat book. I drink water, right? And then initially when you're doing that, you're thinking about each word you're using. It takes a significant amount of mental strain to use those words, right? But the more you advance in, for example, high school, you start thinking in more abstract frameworks. You're less thinking about, okay, how do I write this word? Rather, how do I construct this paragraph, right? And the higher level you go up, the more you're able to abstract to the point where you're just thinking about in like thematic concepts now. What is the theme of this entire like essay, right? And then you kind of go down through that. So the more you have experience with it, the higher you're able to abstract concepts because your brain autopilots the rest of the stuff, basically. So your brain is a superhero, essentially. Let's look at this here. We are going to destroy this. All right. Let's do that then. Not destroy it, but like destroy it, if you know what I mean. All right. Let's make a different. Actually, I can just drag this file side by side. Line up position widget. Boom! We're gonna destroy this literal thing. Yeah, project spamming is literally the most meta way to learn. If anybody tells you that tutorial maxing is the key, don't listen to them. They're trying to kill you. Because tutorial hell is literally what it means. Tutorial hell. Okay? Would you ever go into hell willingly? No. Okay. Now let's see this. I want to honestly nuke this entire shtick. We are gonna kill everything here, and we're gonna start from scratch. And this is gonna be gone as well, and we're gonna do this. So we're gonna return a drag target. Finally working on my website later, twin W, huge W. I gotta start working on my personal website soon, bro. All the recruiters gotta know that I got Aura Builder. Because right now, mine is just literally functions as a way to harbor all my links and some articles I've written before. That's all it does. How's it going, Wheel? What am I up to? I'm currently like tearing down all the work I did last stream because I had a dream of a better way to implement it, and now I'm gonna implement my dream into reality. That's literally how programming works, bro. You like, you go to sleep and you're like, damn, I figured it out. So I'm following my dreams right now, essentially. All right, so we're gonna like just copy this entire shtick. Pardon me. All right. Now it's gonna ask me for because the child might return normally. Don't want to return placeholder, and we can hold that right there. It's not formatting right because I don't have brackets. And let's see that again. Expected what? Expected that at the end. Okay, and what are we expecting again? Expected this at the end as well, probably. There, boom. Okay, we have proper formatting now. It's far more easier to work with. All right, now once we have the drag target, what we add under there, I believe, is going to be drag target. What else? Do I have a second layout builder on there? And honestly, is it worth having one? I think it's low-key worth having one, no? Actually, yeah, I think having another layout builder is just legit because we're gonna place these right exactly on top of each other. How'd I get to 1,000 users? Okay, so I got to 1,000 users through a mix of different methods. Honestly, I can't give one specific method, so I'm going to list out all the methods I did. So the first initial method I did was guerrilla marketing. So essentially what I did was my app was in the very early stages where it wasn't like fully, I wouldn't give it to a user and say, hey, use it for your daily life. It wasn't as good as it should be. I can honestly give you an image of what it looked like in its early state, which was something kind of like this, right? Not very workable at that point, was it? Compared to what it is right now, right? So I went in and I went to a Discord server of people who literally use and plan VALORANT strategies every single day, like a Discord server of hyper nerds, and I befriended them for like 2 weeks. But I had the link to my project in my bio, right? So I basically became friends with this guy for 2 weeks until somebody finally mentioned what I was working on. Like, hey, what are you working on, right? And then I started going in on this entire spiel, and they were much more trusting of me since I've literally been friends with them, right? So it's not like I'm like marketing BS into their face, right? And then from their advice, I used that to kind of cultivate a first user base, and literally like took their feedback to implement features and like kept working on it through that. Once I got a version that was something anybody could use, I created a YouTube video. I spent like a month creating a YouTube video. After the YouTube video, I posted on Reddit, and they both did very well. YouTube video got about 1,000 views, and the Reddit post like got like 2k upvotes. So Reddit post blew up and got me most of my users, and YouTube video also got me a good chunk of users as well. And yeah, after that, it's just been organic growth, honestly. What would you say is the best language to learn for internships and projects to do? Honestly, I wouldn't say there is a best language to learn. It all depends on what you want to do. Don't think about languages as a box you need to check. Reason because it's very easy to transfer between different languages as a programmer. Once you have enough understanding in a single language, it's easy to transfer it to others, right? So I would rather ask you, hey, what are you inclined to building? What do you want to build? What do you hope to work on? And then go into the tools that like allow you to do that and really dive deep into that. Would you switch up on my day ones if this project is successful? Honestly, no. Like my day ones are really my day ones, but like my day twos, I'm switching up immediately and effectively. Yes, immediately and effectively, I'm switching up. All right. Let's see. Placeholder. Blah, drag target. We're gonna wrap this in a layout builder. Wrap a widget. Wrap with builder rather. Blah, 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 blah. Where is that at? Builder. It's just gonna be a layout builder. Layout builder. And of course, layout builder requires constraints, I believe. Constraints. Did I spell constraints? Well, I think I did. Okay, and we have the constraints and we have the drag target. I'll just watch for these two things as well. There's no need to like even not watch for them. So import interaction state provider, and then we don't need to even log this, honestly. And then have I built a game yet? Yes, I actually started off with game dev. So initially, my entire path towards learning how to program was I really wanted to learn how to make games when I was a little kid. So I started off with Scratch, and then I went into Roblox development. And then after failed Roblox development, I went into Unity. And then after failing Unity, I took a break from programming and I got into app dev and I really enjoyed it. And here I am. My game is slowly dying. Do I sell or nah? Low key, try to see what you can do. Release an update. See like if you can like revive it in a way, or try to like if you earn money for the game, try to put more into ads, because essentially that's still your money. You're not going into debt, right? So try to spend more on ads and see if maybe it's less of a visibility of a like a boring problem and more of a visibility problem, and see that. My friend trying to lure me into buying a meme coin with him. Don't listen to him, little man, bro. Like, make smart financial decisions. Don't let your friend cook you. He's trying to crypto scam you, bro. You can drop like $10 if you want to like really like do that. Like, have a very low cost. Don't invest a whole bunch of bullshit into that. I'm finishing my first year for computer science, mostly just GE classes and Java C as a start. Nice. That's really good. So you started with Java. Java is looking a good language to start up with. Like everyone always says, oh, Java is so wordy, Java is so that, but it makes it very easy to understand what the fuck is going on and the principles of OOP in general. I already hit Roblox algorithm, so I don't think it would get any bigger. Earned quite a decent amount, so I might just sell. Yeah, okay, just sell then. If you're just like in and out, that would be fire. Hi G, what do you think about the newest startup ideas, AI CFO to SEM companies? Can you like chill with the acronyms and like say what they are? AI co-founder to what's SEM? Software as a what? Let's look at this placeholder, and we want to have a drag target. We have the drag target here already, and the ignore pointer basically happens when I mean, this is the entire render layer for that, so it's absolutely not crazy. I mean, I have, yeah, you know what, that's fine. Having all those in that render layer is fine still. A small company under 100 employees. AI CFO to without CFO. So you had a CFO that was the AI, CFO, and now you're going into a smaller company without a CFO, and you're all like just generally managing it? Question mark? Question mark? I'm a bit confused. Low-key thinking about quitting learning how to code and then doing a 12-hour prompt engineering course. My mom is kind of homeless. What the fuck did you just say? Yeah. That might be the funniest sentence ever, bro. That was fire. That was fire. Listen to that. But if you're actually serious, don't do that. I know you're trolling, though. I know you're trolling. What is the course? There's no course. No course, bro. We come in, we lock the fuck in, and we do whatever the fuck we want, and we learn. Literally. Reinventing software management systems with AI. Yes, this is the course I'm running. Guys, that's satire, by the way. So it's an AI CFO. What is just like a normal CFO but AI SaaS service? Wait. So you're making an AI co-founder? Why? Why? Why wouldn't you just get a normal person or just use ChatGPT as your quote-unquote co-founder? I feel like you're doing too much. I don't feel like it's necessary. Because of agents, I mean, you can just have separate agents. There's end-to-end automations. Like, you don't have to have a separate like CFO, quote-unquote. I feel like you're losing the plot. Like, a lot of GPT rappers start losing the plot a little bit. Like, sit back, think about it. Is this really useful for a startup? If it's not, then reevaluate your literal CFO, chief financial officer. I feel like that's even worse. You're gonna let an AI model like handle your finances. If it's stuff like reaching out to sponsors and all that stuff, I think that's fine. But if you're making like handle actual money, I feel like that might be wrong. If you want it as something to give you advice, and that's just literally a cheap ChatGPT prompt at the end of the day, right? So I wouldn't say so. Prompt engineering is the new wave. No, it's not, bro. Heartbroken, bro. Heartbroken. My heart is broken. You can learn how to prompt engineer like easily. It shouldn't be overtake coding. You literally can't become a good prompt engineer without knowing how to fucking code. And there's no such thing as a goated prompt engineer. Oh yeah, my cam is gone in the second half. I low-key forgot about that one. Give me a second. How do I add the camera back again? Give it a second. Camera. Boom. Boom. Give it a oop, wrong camera. Yep. Alright, there's a camera in there right now. My bad. I low-key messed up on that. Oh, it's literally showing full width on here as well? That kind of sucks. I gotta lock the fuck in. Yeah, nobody actually knows what prompt engineering is. Literally, like, y'all just saying buzzwords, bro. Let's see. Crop. Let me get that in. Let me make sure I'm looking at you guys. Hashtag feet cam, bro. I wish I don't have enough camera for that, bro. If y'all buy me a new camera, then I'll have a feet cam. No. All right. Was that W rage bait? That's good. Okay, we cropped the camera, chat. Wait, there's two cameras under me? Oh, I can just delete this camera. Oh, wait, we're back. Take a break, it's Thanksgiving. Yo, tell my school that I'm literally back at school, bro. There's no Thanksgiving for the week, bro. Fucking hell. Just prompt better, bro. Like, I feel like the argument for just prompt better is kind of horrible because there's no such thing as quote-unquote prompting better, because all the results you get are literally variable. Like, they change every time you send it, right? So it's not like a one and done, like a direct, this certain word would get you this certain action, right? Yo, this, can you stop spamming, please? Thank you, twin. What country do I live in? The US of A. Alright, interaction state. Loki lost the plot here. Okay, we have a drag target and we have an ignore pointer, reason being. Actually, this is not even a necessity at all, because this is not even going to exist by the time I'm done. Alright, so we get this and we honestly nuke the whole generation here. It wasn't even an argument, it was a yeah, I know it was a joke, but I'm like saying, like, some people actually like genuinely say that. They genuinely say just prompt better. And I'm like, come on guys, is that really the right thing? Go read up on model template formats. Yeah, like literally, like prompting can be learned in like a week, bro. Like you don't need to go into like this deep, oh, I'm gonna go spend 6 months learning how to prompt engineer, bro. You know you're not, bro. Like all for like Claude to push an update and you get cooked. Like you know what I mean? Like, come on. Stack. Wait, what am I looking for here? I want to, why do I even need a stack here? Oh, I need a stack. That's it. I need a stack simply because of I need a place to render the items I'm going to be dropping in. All right. So we're going to have a const. That's fine. Okay. And then we're going to have a let's just do the agent first. The agent is low-key the freest one to add. And then we can figure out the rest later. We'll literally just have it be this, right? If the all right, if well, ref dot, let's look at this. Let's do this. Ref dot watch lineup provider, and then we look at this is final. Line up is equal to this. Fellow Flutter dev, do you think React Native is important to know if you already know Flutter? Not necessarily, it depends. I mean, do you want to build a React Native application? Do you want to build an application for like specifically native in particular? For example, you want to build an iOS app and you want it to have native features, because again, Flutter kind of sucks for getting that native feel, because Flutter is literally just a rendering engine just placed on top, right? So if you want to do a specific, like, you really want to tap into native features and go deep in, you can definitely just like learn React Native and just use React Native. But it's necessary to know how to do React Native to use Flutter? No, absolutely not. All right, let's go back to locking in. If lineup is, well, lineup, nope. All right, we can technically just do this. Lineup current agent not equals null. We can technically just use this, and or we can do this. We can do if, and then we run the actual widget we want to add, which is going to be a position, and it's going to be left. Literally, I'm gonna just copy this entire stick right here, and we're gonna copy and paste this here. Yeah, about 70% of the apps on the market right now are React Native, making Flutter look obsolete. Yeah, that's because those apps are like, well, technically React is more popular than Flutter in the first place, so transitioning over to React Native is far more easier. And also the fact that Flutter is not popular at all in the US of A. So that also has a huge impact. And yeah, and a lot of the times React Native is better than Flutter in certain cases. So it all depends on the case. What the freaking packet am I looking for? This right here? That's fine. Expected to find a... why would they expect to find that? I'm a bit curious as to why. Child. Oh, children. Oh, I figured out why. Let's do this. A children, and then we place this in there. Boom. We're not the issue. Question mark, question mark. Alright. Now we can do... And we can say final coordinate system. Coordinate system. Equal to the system.instance. And then we can import this as well. Alright, nice. Alright. Positions, and then we can go for child as well. Oh, okay, that's fine. We can just have that there. An agent would be lineup dot agent, current agent dot position. Now we want to wrap this in here. Of course, we'll know this is not null, and that should be fine. What am I working on? I'm working on my application called Icarus. Icarus is an open source Valorant strategy creator. It's a tool to allow Valorant esports teams and pro players in general to be able to plan strategies for the game of Valorant. Outside of the game of Valorant, and having all the context and all the abilities and all the characters and all the maps. And right now I'm working on a feature called lineups that allows people to be able to string together characters and their abilities and being able to write notes about them like in one singular chunk, right? So yeah, so just like directly relational stuff is what I'm working on right now. Let's see. So the child is going to be a draggable placed widget, and it's going to have all of this shtick. So I'm literally just copying my code right now. Because I need kind of like the same framework we had here, except different. Let's see, where does this end? Alright, we're gonna go all the way to here. I'm literally gonna copy and paste that. Alright, now we can do place widget, and then we can import this library, and then literally it's just gonna be this. And then screen zoom provider, we can import that as well. And then settings of feedback opacity, we can import that as well. Have I been to any other countries? The countries I've been to include Dubai, London, what else? Dubai, London, Nigeria, and that's pretty much it. That's my top 3. I go to uni? Yeah, I'm going to uni right now. Alright, let's do this, and then we can just plop this down here again, and then this is fine. Organize import, import, and then we can do that. Of course, we know it's not going to be null in this case, and then we can kind of go through there. So child when dragging is fine as well. Freshman, yeah, I'm a freshman. Agent provider, we don't need this here, we'll fix that. And this right here is a repaint boundary. Yeah, that's fine. We can have this be there, and again, it's just not going to be null at all, which is fine. Agent IDs, current agent ID, and then I wonder why it needs ID though. Is ID necessary for anything, any manipulation here? ID. Absolutely not, I guess. Yeah, we're not watching for anything. I'm literally looking for watch. I don't see any watches here. Nope, no watches. Alright. Dubai and London are beautiful countries. Yes, I loved my experience in both of those countries. Dubai, low-key, I went out for like 3 days. And the rest of the days, I was just inside of the hotel playing Mobile Legends. So, you can kind of tell I'm not too much of a outside person that much. Is this Flutter? Yes, it is. What am I trying to do right now? I'm trying to rewrite a feature because I had a dream about like how to solve it better last night. So I'm executing the dream right now. Yeah, but I'm working on my open source Valorant strategy creators. It's cool. I am working on right now, and yeah. He says those are cities, not countries. Oh, my bad. But okay, would it be the UK, and then Dubai would be in? Where the fuck is Dubai in? Holy crap. UAE? Boom. Got you. I had a dream. Yeah. So I was working on this feature called lineups. It basically allows people to have abilities and the characters linked together in one little like shtick. But I had a dream on. I was implementing it, but I had a dream last night on how to solve it in a better way than this that I currently have. So I'm rewriting it right now to exact that dream, essentially. Alrighty, let's go into the programming. This is fine. We will fix that. Actually, we can just fix it exactly right now. So on place, we can basically do ref dot read up, and then lineup provider dot notifier. One of my exams, I think they're like 2 weeks from now. That's how you know I'm not locked in, bro. I think they're 2 weeks from now. I'm not fucking locked in. I will check, like probably in the next 2 days, but they're not this week. I had my other exams like the week before, like last week before break. So I'm pretty chill right now. Sorry, Dara, I just learned a lot about geography playing this one game, so I had to make the joke. No, that's fine, bro. It's fine. What's the site? My application is actually not a website right now. It is a Windows application. Although there is a web demo, technically, I don't like to talk about it because it has performance issues, and it's not my main focus right now. So a lot of stuff might be broken on it, so I don't care that much. Once I reach a certain point in the application, I will focus more on the web part. But right now, we are all in on the platform that actually matters. Temp agents. Update position. What am I looking for here? Add. What is it? I feel like I'm missing something here. What's the name? It's Icarus. Icarus VALORANT strategy creator. My bad. Let's look at this. How did I do it here? I wrote an if statement somewhere here. Did I delete that if statement? No, I didn't. Yes, I did. Let's look at this. It's gonna be at the bottom here, no? And right here on accept. Literally on this on accept, no? Oh, okay. We want to kill this right here. We will kill this for now. And we want to actually take the on accept with details, and we're just gonna move this entire stick right here. Cool. Thank you, man. We go into the main drag target. We go all the way down here. We go here. We pop this down. Boom. Literally scientists. Freaking scientists. All right. We can import UUID. That's fine. Team provider as well is fine as well. We import that. Okay. And then agent provider, we don't need that. We're just going to do ref.read. Interaction state provider. Nope. We're going to do ref.read. Lineup provider. And I want to just literally I have the code right here. Yep. So we just kill this. We kill this. And then we take this and we kill it as well. Because this is the default state. Boop, 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 boop. Boom. Done. And we do the same thing here. We kill this. And we copy. We just leave this here because it's the default state. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking with gas, actually. Are you using any AI or Copilot? Yes, I do use AI from time to time. And in general, I'm using it more as a rubber duck and to conversate with and plan out features, or whenever I need to implement something really rapidly. So for example, this UI you see right here, like this specifically, like UI blob you see right here, this one specifically was Gemini 3 Pro created. And I usually use it when I want to create like mockups and like really go really fast, and that's essentially what I use it for. And now I'm abandoning it right now in the current phase because I don't need that anymore. But usually I write stuff myself because it's a lot more work to GPT gen it than it is to write stuff yourself. And also it's very important to write maintainable code. And it's kind of hard to do that with AI as well. Import developer. All right. So we have this here, question mark, settability. I like this right here. And we want to change this to allow it to be able to change the position of a character. Okay, that is not difficult at all. Okay, we will do exactly that. So I want to go into, again, we just go into the one on the left. We do line up provider, and essentially we have a function right here. Oh, we have an update position. Ooh, why would that be in here? We give, oh, because it was stemming from a different function. That makes so much sense. All right, so let's just take this entire stick and we're gonna comment it out and we're gonna write our own this void update agent position is equal to offset position, and then when we take that, if current age is equal to null, copy with original position. Honestly, is it worth having undo and redo here? Technically we can have undo and redo here if we do it like this. And you know what I like? Having undo and redo. Update position. But update position. And we can just do this and boom, boom, boop, boom, boom, boop. The method is, what is the error here? Because the receiver can be null. Well, we'll just check if it's not null, so we should be fine. And then let's see this right here. Update agent. Okay, that's fine. Updated agent, current agent equals updated agent. Is that what we do in freaking agent provider? I just want to check because I don't remember stuff. I've been working on this project for like about a year, so sometimes I don't remember how I do things in certain places. Update position, so I literally change the current position to be that, and I go in and I do index update position, and then I put in the new state right there. And new state is what essentially new state is equal to, we copy the entire list and remove the agent at that index, and we, okay, that's fine. This works as well. All right, updated agent, and this expression has type because it can be void. Oh, actually, can we double this? Yes, I'm so smart. I think that works. I think. Yep, that should work. Yeah, should be fine. What am I building? I'm building my application called Icarus. Icarus is an open source Valorant strategy creator tool. It's a tool to allow Valorant players, in particular, and Valorant esports teams, to be able to plan strategies within the game of Valorant, outside of the game of Valorant. So whenever you want to plan strategy for the game of Valorant, it's kind of difficult to be able to do that because of the fact that Valorant is a hero shooter. And within hero shooters, you have different characters with different abilities. They have different sizes of abilities and the way they interact with the different maps as well. So without having a tool that brings in all that in-game context, it's nigh impossible to plan accurate strategy for the game of Valorant. Now, that's exactly what my app does, right? Not only does it bring in the characters, right? It also brings in their abilities as well as up-to-date representations with them on the map. So take, for example, this ability right here. This ability scales 1-for-1 exactly to how it behaves in the game of Valorant. So take an example for the spacing between these points and how far it extends and how it rotates and exactly the way it functions is 1-to-1 within the game of Valorant. And not only do we add the abilities, we also add other note-taking features as well, like images, text, and all that jazz, basically. So yeah, and also King Von is here. But yeah, all right. Unskippable ad, yes. What if this terrible fails? Would you even feel the tiniest bit sad? Not really. Technically, maybe a little bit, but not really. I honestly developed this project with the intention of it's failing. Well, not technically failing. I developed this project because I wanted a tool that I could use. And as I went down the path, I was like, you know, it'd be fire if other people use this tool as well. So that's literally what I went for. And that's why it's open source, because I could literally abandon this project anytime. Literally, right? That's why I leave it as open source. So like, hey, if you want to work on it, and multiple people have reached out with me to like work on it, and I'm like, yeah, y'all are chill. Like, just make a PR whenever you feel like, and that's fine. Uh, But yeah, it is my baby though. I have been carrying this for longer than 9 months. Okay, so let's take the update position. I feel like this should work, but it might not work. Hopefully it does though. And then when we take we do the same thing for update ability and boop, boop, boop. Done, done, done. And yeah, that should be relatively fine. Now I want to say that, is it hard? What exactly is hard? Like developing this application? Yeah, it was quite difficult. Um, I would say the hardest part about it is just putting everything together entirely. The singular most like difficult feature is the drawing. Path simplification algorithms and refreshing the screen, all that jazz was quite complicated. The second hardest feature I would say is rotation. I had to actually file a PR to the Flutter repo to fix a bug that was there. Like I actually had to. There was a bug in the framework that I had to fix to get this working. Um, so yeah, yeah. I have a side eye. Lol. Salary. I'm just gonna give you a theoretical ballpark of what it is. It's for anything from for the entire 10 to 12 weeks. Is anything from like 30 to 40K. During the internship. Do you ever feel rage while coding? Yes, I do feel rage. More or less of rage and more of just like frustration and tiredness. I just feel like my entire body get drained when I'm banging my head against a bug multiple times and I can't fix it. Right. Am I African? Is my skin black? No, I'm trolling. But yeah, I'm African. I'm actually Nigerian. So yeah. Uh, let's see what is going on exactly here. Okay, so we're taking this is update ability position, update agent position. That's fine. So we can essentially have this work here, question mark, question mark. Where we have this. Is it around here? Where's that at? Where's the error at? On drag end, we have this. Should I focus more on Roblox dev or take a look at other things? I mean, depends. Where are you at right now? Honestly. Uh like where are you at honestly like right now? Just think about it. Are you like fishing for a job? If you're fishing for a job, might as well just like locking in like on other stuff in general. But if you're small time still, just do more Roblox stuff. You already had a lot of success, well, a good amount of success already in the game, and you made some money from it. Just keep doing it. It seems like it's working right now, and it's only gonna get better every single time. So that's what I would say. And people make bank from Roblox. You got to remember, people are living entire lives off of this, so you could get the quote unquote easy way out. I'm learning JavaScript since 2 months. I understand most, but I have a hard time coding it. Any advice? Have you tried developing stuff yourself? Just going off the rails, no tutorial, no nothing, and try to build something yourself. You are going to struggle, but that is the best way to learn. It's going to be difficult, but you're going to learn a lot more, and you're going to become a better JS dev than if you were to just spam tutorials, which I assume is what you're doing technically. Um, yeah, but I feel rage when I open Studio. Why are you mad when you open Studio, Twin? It's just something about Studio that makes you that pisses you off. Um, very few times of happiness. Also, a lot of scammers in that space that only offer percent on dev teams. Yeah, I know. My brother literally has to deal with that all the time. He does like Roblox dev. He's like what, 12 or 13. He's come to me multiple times saying, "Hey, Dara, I'm working on this dev team, and they promised me a percentage of the profits." And I'm like, "You're not getting to see the light of day on that shit, right?" Um, so honestly, I would say the best way is to either find trusted groups of people, which is gonna be hard, or just do stuff yourself. And once you like start building stuff yourself, you kind of have like a enough of rep to be able to find trusted people, I would say. Um, I've tried, but I can't figure out how to code anything. After seeing solution, it clicks and I feel dumb. Um, Try to research parts, like research stuff in parts. Like a programmer is not supposed to know everything, right? You're supposed to learn through your experiences of seeing other people's solution. You're not meant to like literally come up with it mentally initially, right? You like, because again, you can't learn how to walk without seeing other people walk, right? So you gotta like drip feed yourself knowledge in a way. So don't feel bad about having to search stuff up. Essentially, have I tried Gemini 3 for Flutter UI? Yes, I have. I actually created this UI right here with Gemini 3. So this part right here was created with Gemini 3, as you can see. So yeah, I think it's pretty decent for UI. If you had a code UI, you would die. I would assume what you're saying. Lua is not that bad. I feel like it's pretty comfortable. To get trusted people, I need to have popular games, and they invite you to their private Discord. Yeah, literally, that's literally the only way. Essentially, it's a language. You gotta put time. Yeah, time is a very important, and also not only time, but the frequency at which you are repeating the gaining of knowledge. If you're gonna be doing it once a week, you're not gonna learn as fast as if you did it every day, right? If you do it once a week for 5 hours, it's very different from doing once a week 1 hour for 5 days, right? The 5 days version is gonna make sure you remember a lot more than spamming it once a week in 5 hours, right? It's the same thing as what is it? Spaced repetition, right? It's literally studying hacks, right? So treat it. Your brain is literally just remembering stuff. Which means more and more days of rage. Yeah, honestly, you might want to like take a step back and make like a troll game and just have fun with it. I study and code every day for 5 to 6 hours. It's just a lot of info I'm gaining and I forget. Definitely, I do understand that. So just give yourself time. Also, take notes. Document stuff yourself. That's what I also did as well. Like I document when I figured out how to do stuff. One time I wrote notes down so I wouldn't forget it, and then eventually I stopped relying on the notes as well. Let's see what I'm looking for here. Oh my god! But the sleep deprivation is catching up to me. I only had 5 hours of sleep this night, and I'm up like 300 milligrams of caffeine right now, and it's all expiring in an hour. I started to do that recently. Nice. That you got potential, man. Like the moment you start seeing like progress around like 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, you start seeing like you low-key remember stuff more. Look, my hand is shaking, bro. Oh my god, that coffee was not good for me. Where do you get ideas, inspo to build projects? Uh, I mean, 17. If you want to take it away, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to lock in because you were lucky reading my mind earlier. But if not, I could answer that question. Also, forget to say that studio and team offerings to buy up your game the second it gets popular. Oh yes, that happens a lot, and then the game ends up going to shit. That's also a thing that happens as well. The entire Roblox space is low-key just like really shady. Not even low-key, it just is shady. On drag end question mark. Let's go up to agent and let's look at this. Yeah, think of a problem you or others have that can be solved with code, essentially. Yeah, so what 17 said is what I was going to say, which is why I gave him some space to do that, is literally find something in your life that pisses you off and use code to fix it. And it could be like a small minute issue because it seems like you're still like trying to get the hang or like a hang of what's going on. So try just like a small minute issue you have in your life, right? And you literally use like just a program a way to fix it. For example, I can show you a project that kind of works like that, which is something I developed, which is called Linked Thing. It's literally an application that lets you create LinkedIn banners in like 2 seconds, right? So you choose whatever image you want, right? And then you write hashtag open whatever, right? And then when you download it, you get the image. Boom. Very simple, right? This is like literally first step of that. Right? So try to think about ideas like that and like iterate through it. What would fix the rage I feel when opening studio? I mean, what is the rage stemming from? You gotta like confront your feelings and ask you, what is the rage telling you? Like, what are you angry about? Necessarily. Let's see. We're having placed agent. Where's that at? Place agent should be right here. And we're having the virtual offset. When we take the virtual offset, we do this. Alrighty. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna do read lineup provider. Why is my LSP not LSPing? Let's do this right here. Line up provider, boop, boop, boop. And then we can do notifier update widget, update agent position, and then position is literally just virtual offset. Boom. Dara, how good would you say your essay skills are? My essay skills are like a 4. Because my issue when writing essays is not like coming up with like conceptually what to write. I'm pretty good at understanding theory and like getting like the deeper meaning in writings. But my issue is just literally writing it out, like punctuation, sentence structure. I could not, like, my brain literally doesn't care about that shit. It literally, like, I don't care that much, right? So it makes it hard for me to do that. Well, I can technically do it if I put in a lot of effort and time, but it's much more effort and time that I'm less inclined to do, essentially. Python or TypeScript for a web app? I would say TypeScript for particularly web if you're doing that. The frustration you feel is encoding Lua itself. Damn. Can you learn to love a language? I feel like you learn to love a language just through the process of using it and finding cool little neat tricks you can do with Lua. So maybe like look into how to refine the code you write better and try to look into like little tips and tricks that would make you love the language more, I feel like. I'm the same way. Were you better in science and math in high school? Yeah, literally. My science and math, you can literally see it in my SAT. My SAT score math was 730 and my English was like 660. Keep in mind, the entire summer, I was studying English only. And I wasn't studying math. And my math score went up by like 200 points or like 100 points. Like literally, like I just take back shots from English for some reason. What language is this? It's Dart. A good technical documentation is always the arch nemesis of developers. Yes, I hate documentation. Oh, we hit 100 108 1,800 followers. Thank you guys. Bro, English is just like such a pain in the freaking ass sometimes, but that's fine. Alrighty. Oh, thanks for the follow, Ozzy. Alright, guys. New challenge. Road to 2K. Road to 2K. Yes, we're gonna hit 2K followers and we're gonna buy everyone a Lamborghini in this chat. Don't take me up on that, by the way. I don't have enough money for that. Update. Okay, this looks about right. It looks like this would work. Now, I'm thinking, I don't know why I have interaction state here, because technically I don't even need that TS. Here. Can you give me your honest of my website made with AI? Drop your website. I'll check it out. What language am I using right now? I'm using Dart. All right, now that we've saved that, I want to work on abilities as well. So let's do the same thing for abilities. Okay, and then we do that right there. And should I continue Roblox dev? The only remedy to my frustration is that money. I guess do it. If you feel like it's something you're more inclined towards. I mean, the game you made, I've never had a game I made on Roblox blow up like that. So it seems like you're more inclined towards making actual good games. So just go for it. give yourself a time limit of how long you will spend on Roblox dev. Maybe 2 more months. If you come out 2 more months and you see that you don't like it, honestly, just dip out. Uh, this. Smart way to record the sound. Get ask for question. Clear AI assistant. I guess it's a video.
So it's kind of like brr, 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 then clunk, clunk, you know, like brr, 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 and then clunk.
Got it.
And sometimes it does a little wiggly sort of brr.
I'm gonna mute the tab. My bad. I have to wait till exams finish to start up a project again. Though, yeah, definitely just wait until exams finish. Exams are more important than projects. Honestly, I literally have zero opinion yet. It looks pretty fire for something you made. You vibe coded. And you have 3D models as well. It looks pretty fire, I would say. Maybe. Oh, you're just clicking on the car parts. Oh, that's nice. Okay, I literally have no opinion here. Looks like a decent website. I would say maybe like getting a more cohesive, like get a design language you want. Maybe like get a designer to do a singular mock-up, and then you can kind of like take that design language and elevate your current like homepage. But apart from that, I just literally like info. I don't have zero opinions about it. Essentially, it's good. If I don't have anything bad to say, then it's good. Honestly. As a comp sci major, want to become a software engineer. How do you know when a project is good enough to put on your resume? Usually what I do to know if my project is good enough to put on my resume is, one, how much, okay, wait, one, did I learn a lot from this project? Did I do a lot of stuff? Did I go out of my comfort zone in this project? Did I do stuff that I have never done before? If so, it's worthy to put on your project. Two, how many people are using this application? Does this application have a lot of users? If it does, I would definitely put it on my resume. I mean, that's literally the two things. Also, three, if it's something that the job is looking for example, if it uses tools the job is looking for, I would say that's worth putting on a resume. But apart from like those three, there's literally no other reason to do that. Like, for example, I have an application on my resume, like my school's grade calculator. Although it's not a complex application, it has a lot of users. So that's a good like thing to just put there, because you just use mogs, right? Okay, let's go in here and let's fix that. So if current ability is equal null, and then we can do the same thing for ability, except abilities are low-key complicated as fuck in the way they're rendered and the way they're handled. Right here. Wow, is that a Valorant project? It looks fire. So yeah, this is my Valorant project right now. Hold on. Yeah, so this is what it looks like right now. It's a tool to allow people to be able to plan strategies of Valorant inside of the game, outside of the game, right? So literally, and then they can bring in all the characters and their abilities, and being able to like show them as well, and switch maps, and this all scales accordingly. So yeah. Have I ever DevX on Roblox? No, I haven't made enough money to DevX on Roblox. I told you I was a shit Roblox dev, bro. I didn't make shit. If you look at my account, hold on, let me see if I can pop it up. I didn't make a lot. I mean, these are all the games that I've made. These are all the games that I've made. Literally 0 players and 0 whatever. And these are the other games I made as well here. Literally like dog games. I didn't have enough chance to even DevX, even dream about DevXing rather. So yeah. Look at trending. Trending is all slop, bro. It's kind of easy right now. Really? Trending. Charts. Top trending. Jujutsu Shenanigans. That's a pretty good game. Find the brain rot. You're joking, right? Dead Reels is good. This is good. This is good. Up and coming. Stretch your neck. Create food. One speed per step. Okay, this is just like slop. Uh, I mean, there's some slop here, and there's like some actual good games right now. So it seems as like half and half, as it's always been on Roblox, essentially. Okay, this is just BS. What the fuck am I looking at? Poop a big poop? What are these kids playing on Roblox? 5 plus? What are these kids playing on Roblox, bro? Have you lost the plot? Holy crap. What else? I mean, it's a lot of brain rot games, as I would expect. My brother plays a lot of them as well, so I know how much money those make. Way too much, essentially. Just way too much. Let's see. Hey, it makes money though, yes. Yes, mother. I work on the game called, what is it again? Big Poop Simulator, and it's funding my entire college fund right now, and it's funding our house. Big Poop Simulator. Top 10 words that were never ever said, bro. Holy crap. Um, like you go to the bank and they ask you when you want to take a loan, how do you earn any income? Oh yeah, I made Big Poop Simulator. Yeah, that's what's earning my family income. Like what the fuck? This Roblox cannot be real. All right, we're still gonna apply for that Roblox internship though, guys. We're still gonna apply for that shit. Uh, okay, we're gonna nuke this right here, and we're gonna import this. I want to look at placeability widget because in itself it's a micro widget that has an entire rendering framework underneath itself, and this is essentially what we have right here. Where if it's a place strategy, we do all of this like stuff already, and on Dragon we handle this. So essentially, all I have to do is to handle um rotation state. It can also make this switch cases as well, since I made this a sealed class. I do remember doing that vividly, so I can rewrite the code for this as well. Is that a sealed class? Yes, it's a sealed class. We can do switch statements for that to make this entire stick easier. Um, did I even use switch statements anywhere else? The only game that I can actually play on Roblox is Jujutsu Shenanigans. Lol, but I'm not gonna lie, that fills me with rage too. Yeah. But do you need to be good at coding to get an internship? I feel like they require a lot for just interns. Yeah, you need to be pretty good at, well, in coding, I just mean like building projects in general. So technically, you need to be good at coding for that. But it's also like architecture with thinking as well and all that BS crap, right? But yeah, nowadays they require a lot more from interns just due to the fact that there's a lot more people applying for software engineer roles. There's a lot less positions right now, and the bar has been raised just due to the fact of AI, right? So it's far more easier to learn better and become a better software engineer. So the bar has just been raised. So they require a lot more from you than they used to require back in the day. And just it, that's just it. That's just the current reality of stuff right now. Right now. Oh my god, I'm so hungry right now. I might have to end stream like 30 minutes early, chat, to get some food because my stomach is killing me. All right, let's go back to locking in. Oh, I just killed this. No, 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 don't die. Hold on. All right, we got it. All right, so if you look at place ability, it's kind of a thing within its own, just because of the fact that I have to handle rotation state. And boy, is rotation state was such a doozy to wrap my head around, because it was so different from all the other ones. It just behaves so different inherently. And yeah, I probably need to rewrite this entire file as well. Not the entire thing, but a lot of like this specific part right here could look better. Um, but yeah, that's besides the point. Do you need to be wait, never mind. I'm just reading the same question again. let's look at this. A center square, a center ability, and the main thing here is that it's calling for uh uh wait wait technically I can technically pass in function that hey, this is a lineup ability, right? So if I pass is lineup as the ID, right, we can technically just do through that. That makes sense. uh Why don't you give it a try as Roblox dev? You can be like Poop Simulator you mentioned earlier. Should I have a Roblox dev arc? Should I make a low key? That's a fire YouTube video idea. I tried to make a killer Roblox game in like 3 weeks or some shit. I'm low key down for that. But the question is, I don't want to leave my app in a de- deprecated space right now because I still have a bunch of features to add, I guess. So after I add this, honestly, I add the sight lines and I add what I'm working on right now, which is lineups. I'll definitely like go on that path and I'll become a Roblox dev for like 3 weeks and see how it is. If I make bank for it, I'm keeping that shit by myself. Yeah, the one speed per step isn't a hard concept. Yeah. So honestly, what I'm thinking about in general on what I'm getting from yeah, Booga Booga is back to being popular. I remember when this game used to be so popular back in the days. Anyways, but yeah. So it seems like a lot of Roblox games they have one particular concept and they kind of just riff off of it. And I feel like that's the easiest one to make. To have one specific concept and just riff off of it really hard. But the question is developing a concept. And also, did you have to what is it? Did you have to pay for ads when you got your game to blow up? Because if you don't, then I think it's fire. I think I have a chance. Mm-mm-mm. This guy's literally on the front page, and he has 18 active players. Holy crap! Uh, you gotta pay for game ads. I mean, I have the money now. Back in the days, I didn't have shit. But it can blow up organically. All right, I guess I'll set a budget then. I'll probably set like a $50 for the advertising budget, and I'll see how it goes. Keep in mind, I don't even run ads for my current project. I mean, it's gonna be a fun YouTube video, anyways. Doesn't matter. Ooh, and I could get my brother in on it. That'd be fun. Yeah, how's it going, Dara Tech? Hey, you're just copying me. No, I'm trolling. Um, let's look at this right here. Okay. So honestly, I'm thinking if I modify the current framework I have right now, it'll be far more easier. Like take for example, um, for stuff in rotation in particular, the issue here is when we're doing all of this calculations, yes, calculation is good, right? But when we eventually take action, which is here, right, on pan start, we do all this thing, right? And we set, what is it? We're doing this. We have a local rotation value, which makes sense. And then on pan end, we update rotation. Now we want to say, hey, if this is a lineup widget, we update rotation in the different place, which makes sense. Am I from Nigeria? Yes, I am. Are we doing Advent of Code this year? When is Advent of Code? I'm so down. I know I'm gonna get my ass beat, but I am ready. Advent of Code 25. When is it happening? In 7 hours, or did it come out already? There we for each December. When is it starting? Has it not started yet? Or is it? Wait, why is it saying? Wait, put me on like. Oh, the problems are already out. Oh shit. The problems are already out. There will be 12 days of puzzles in each December. Oh, it's December 1st. Oh my god, I'm stupid. Oh my god, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. It's happening right now. Shit. Should I do Advent of Code tomorrow then? Loki, I can do a late stream tomorrow and do Advent of Code. That'd be fire. 2 puzzles available each day because I'm already like down on energy today, bro. I need to eat. I'm getting back shots from school as well. So, but we can actually do this. We can dump this right here, right? And we can do if it's lineup. We do the entire render thing. Okay, that makes sense. Hey yo, yes, hey yo, bro. All right, let's do this. A final double. Final bull is lineup. And then if we pass this lineup as true, we can already check. We already know that the lineup is going to be there anyways. So we can do this and add it as a, honestly, yeah, make it a default parameter. That's this, ready? And then we can write right here, which is on pan end, this exact point right here. We go into this point and we do this. If is lineup widget, nope, widget that is lineup equals true. We do this, else we do this, boop, boop, and we take this. Stop recommending me okay. I hate when the fact that it clicks and it offsets where my cursor is at. I don't want you to recommend me code, bro. Leave me alone. I'm trying to function. And then we do ref.read lineup provider. And then we update rotation. So I need to add a function for lineup provider for updating rotation. So we can go in here. Boop, boop, boop. And I don't think we'll have undo and redo in lineup provider. It makes 0 sense to do so. So let's look at this spot right here. And we're going to do update. Let's update position. We do void update rotation. And it's going to be offset. Nope, it's going to be double rotation. Double rotation. And then we do this, and then we do background abilities, blah, blah, blah. Literally done. Update rotation, double new length. Oh, because there's rotation as well as length. Holy crapperoni, we're getting back shots today. All right, let's look at this. If we look at hold on, let me think about this. Let me look at the code again. Let's look at the code for place widget, and if we go to placeability widget, is it here? Yeah, this is where we're writing the code at anyways. Okay, we have, okay, we set a local length as well. Oh, because that, it's all just one stick anyways. We set length as well through that. That makes sense. So we don't have to do any work at all. It would be where am I right now? Lineup provider, question mark, question mark. There we are. So yes, we would have double and double length. And we would have these two values sets. Length, length, boom, boom. Like a boss. What ID is this? This is Z. Z is an ID built in Rust, and it's far faster and more efficient than VS Code. And I like it because of those exact reasons. And I also like how it looks. It looks pretty cool. And you can also use your GitHub Copilot like stuff in here, so you don't have to like forgo all your AI stuff from VS Code. I literally am using this GitHub Copilot in Z IDE right now. And but of course I have to switch IDE sometimes. You can see I have VS Code right on there here. because I need to do like AI gen stuff sometimes, and it's just much more better in VS Code for certain things. All right, this looks absolutely as it should be. Not gonna lie, seeing you in flow state for like a minute motivated me too. You know what? We're all in flow state. Yes, contagious flow state chat. What do you think about RAM prices? All right, guys, I'm gonna tell you about how I hit a lick on a guy on eBay. All right, so I was watching Linus Tech Tips around like 3 weeks ago, and Linus was talking about how RAM prices are gonna skyrocket to the moon, right? And I knew that I only had 16 gigabytes of RAM on my PC, and I knew that I needed to upgrade really, really soon. So I went to Amazon. Fucking hell. RAM was $200, and I was like, fuck, I'm already too late. So I'm like, hey, don't forget about eBay though, right? So I go onto eBay. I search for a RAM, and I search for refurbished RAM. This shit was $30 for 16 gigabytes of RAM. And I was like, yes, it's working. So I got the RAM immediately. The next week, that shit was like $300. I literally just saved myself. I net profited like $250, honestly. So that's how I copped my little win. That's why I have 32 gigabytes of RAM now. It helps to be informed. What language am I writing in right now? I'm writing Dart right now. Do you think it's gonna get worse? I feel like it's gonna be like this for about a year, which honestly sucks. But it's gonna be like this for about a year until Samsung and who are the other like memory providers? Samsung and the other guys like catch up to the increase in demand. Same thing happened with GPUs when like crypto miners were like scalpers and crypto miners. It took a while for the entire supply chain to get up to that demand, so it's gonna take quite a bit for things to self-correct. How's it going, Onyx? But also the AI thing is also getting fucking everything up. Just fuck everything, bro. Honestly, it's never a good time for PC gamers. Let's check. Anyways, I gotta sleep. See ya, Onyx. How's it going, John? Because I wanted to buy a good PC, but I don't want to spend too much. Bro, go buy a pre-built right now. They probably haven't accounted for the increase in RAM prices right now. So go buy a pre-built. That's your best way to cop one right now. Because you want to buy a good PC, but you don't want to spend too much money on it. That makes sense. Pre-built is just the meta. Dun dun dun. All right, let me see here though. I want to look for which DSA question did I get for Amazon? None, because I applied for the Amazon Feature Engineer program. So the way I got into Amazon is quite differently. It's for a program for people in the senior year of high school, and you basically write a bunch of essays, and they evaluate your academic achievements, and then your LinkedIn, and then your coding projects, and then all of that. And they basically take all these factors into assessment, and they decide whether or not you get into the program. And I believe this year only 400 people that got into the program, and I was one of them. So that's how I got in. So what am I working on right now? I'm currently working on my application right now called Icarus. It's a Valorant strategy creator tool. It's a tool to allow Valorant esports teams and Valorant pro teams to plan strategies inside of the game of Valorant, outside of the game of Valorant, and it brings in all the Valorant characters. It brings in all their abilities as well as the sizes they have on the map, as well as the various interactions they have on the maps as well, and adds various note-taking tools like drawing, adding images, text, and yeah, just brings in all that context, makes it really easy to plan strategies. Right now, I am redesigning a feature because I had a dream of the perfect implementation for it. So about that, they have assessments for people who did not take a CS class. Do you think I should study before taking it? I definitely do. Uh, yeah, definitely do. Wait, they have assessments? Dude, wait, 17. They have assessments now? Or did they have assessments previously that I forgot about? I might have genuinely forgot about them. because it's been like almost a year since I took them. What are the assessments like? Please update me on it because I'm supposed to be able to give people like viable information on the entire application process. Oh, if you took a CS class, you don't take it. Oh, okay. So I probably skipped that section then, because I did take CS classes in high school. That would make sense. Okay. All right. We have the update ability rotation here. And if we go back to right here, right? And instead of doing that, we do this. The update rotation. Dot notifier. The update rotation. Up rotation. And literally this. We just copy this. We don't need index, honestly. These are the two values that we need. So does Amazon pay their interns? Yeah, they pay us quite a bit. However, it's a rank. It's a one rank with LF and ST. Wait, what does that mean, bro? Acronyms, chat. It's a leak code question plus general CDS knowledge. Oh, damn! They really on people's dick this time. That's crazy. Don't worry, we are all gonna get rich. Yes, we, as in me and you, all of us, we're gonna get rich. All right, guys. Well, thanks for the chili, Michael, too. Mm-hmm. Can you message me about a few things though? Yeah, definitely hit me up. Yeah, hit me up. If I do end up not responding, just send me a message again because sometimes I just genuinely forget to see messages. All right, let me look back at what I'm supposed to be doing here. Honestly, I would love to apply for the program, but I don't live in the USA. They have other programs. They have the same program for multiple places. I believe there's one in India as well. Like, just do some research. The program actually exists in multiple countries. I'm not sure if it's towards the UK. There's definitely Amazon for Engineering UK. Totally. There's definitely a UK one, no? Yeah, literally, there's a UK one. Chat, tap in, bro. Uh, yeah, there's a UK one, bro. Oh, the applications are closed though. Let's see. Yeah, there's a UK one. So when is the application deadline? Application is currently closed. I have zero idea. Oh, whew. The UK one is quite different though. You have to be a female. Yeah, they're holding y'all on this shit, bro. GG's. GG's, bro. That's GG's. It is what it is. It is what it is, chat. Don't worry, bro. Just look at the other programs, bro. Let's see if there's any. You can't text me unless I reply. All right, I'm gonna get off stream in like 20 minutes. I'll remember to reply to you. Female only, yeah. For at least a UK one, so it's cooked for that. That kind of sucks, actually. Uh, is this the int? The hint? I'll figure out how to solve advent of code later. Let's figure this shtick out. Take me away. Okay, so now we can just do literally line up the current ability. We just copy this and place it whenever ability is mentioned. Boom. Also, we have to put this in front as well. Boop, boop, boop. So we just copy this essentially. This. This. Let's just copy this part, and then we can do that. This. And then safe area is fine as well. Oh, you probably can't drop ability size there. We'll fix that one. Ability provider. Okay, this is where we do that. Remove ability. We'll have to do this as well. Duly noted. Do. Remove ability. They're doing the US dirty, Dara. Don't worry. You receive no compensation. I'll contact Bezos himself. Bro, no, bro. That's y'all's fault in the UK, bro. That's not y'all's fault in the UK. Y'all what is it? What is the bad thing about the UK? Cause America, we have this. What happens in the UK? I low-key don't know. No, it's great all the time. No, bro. The UK literally is just gray, bro. Oh, you literally said, yeah, it's gray. Literally just sadness all the time. Nobody's ever happy. What am I building? I am working on my project called Icarus. Icarus is an open source Valorant strategy creator. It's a tool to allow Valorant players and Valorant esports teams in particular to be able to plan strategies for the game of Valorant inside of the game, outside of the game. And it brings in all the in-game context, all the in-game abilities, as well as all the maps, and gives you a place to interface with them directly. Okay, ability provider update position. I can do this much. So instead you do this ref.lineup provider, and then it would be update ability position. Ability ID is absolutely not necessary. And we'll nuke this, go back, boom, boom, boop, bop, done. And there doesn't seem to be any errors apart from that. So technically this should work in a theoretical manner. Of course I'll need to fix this, so I'm just what is this again? This is like determining the safe area as well. This map scale. I can do that much. All right, we'll just do final. Yeah, final. Oh, can't I just like get map scale right here? That's just meta. If I do that here, final map scale is equal to. Nope, wrong thing. We can do ref dot map provider, and then we can do this dot notifier dot map scale. Seems about right, except notifier should be outside of the thing. Nice. Okay, now ability size is sort of the same thing. If I don't yes, this looks about right. The reason why is that it's not imported. Boom, done. To be fucking honest, they also hoeing y'all. It's only 400 get accepted, so I don't think most people had any chance. Yeah, I know a lot of people who didn't get in. I didn't think I was gonna get in, bro. When I applied for that, I applied for it and I forgot about this. I forgot, and I literally remember that, like about 3 months later, I get an email telling me that I'm literally getting excited again because I remember the excitement I got when I got the email saying that, hey, like you have to do these following steps to complete your applications or whatever. And I thought I was cooked. I thought I was like a denial message, right? And then I was looking on Reddit and people were like, yo, that means you got in. That means you got in. And I was like, yes, fucking, yeah. Cause like, bro, I literally remember like how elated I was because I didn't think I was gonna get in. I honestly thought I was fucking cooked. I had 0 chances, and apparently I didn't. So yeah, really excited about that. Now I feel happy all over again. But yeah. Damn, bro, what happens if they cancel last second? Then I'm fucking cooked. But I don't know what I would have done. I low-key expected to like not get it anyways. But that's how so once I got in, I got in. What's good, the Unspoken? How's it going? So we have this right here. I think that I have like a 1% chance because the valedictorian of my school got it in class of 24. Then you'd be fine as long as like low key. The meta is to be good at programming, have sufficient achievements, and low key gamify the answers to the problem, the like answers to the questions. Do you do any sports apart from writing code? Well, in high school, I didn't do any sports, but actually IRL now. Now that I've advanced my life over summer, I run quite a decent bit. Although I am out of it, I'm doing like off and on, like every week because I have IT band syndrome and I have to like recover from that. Um, Apart from that, I run, I go gym, pretty much it. And I'm interested in calisthenics, so I'm like practicing some skills from there as well. Mm. But I wish I could run a lot more. It's just that my freaking leg hurts like shit. The thing is that they don't have a description box for activities. Um, I mean, what are the questions like? I believe the questions for last year was talking about if you could build something, how would you do it, right? So if you give me some like what the questions look like, I can tell you how I gamified them and how you can sneak your activities into it as well. Uh, on long-term college, but do you expect to make anything straight out of college? Like, what do you mean, like make money straight out of college? Um, yeah, I expect to be able to make money straight out of college because I already got like an internship in my freshman year, which basically means that the rest of my years are gonna be increasingly far easier. Because the hardest part is the first time, and for my first time, I got a pretty huge company in my name thing. So at best, I'll be getting like interviews most of the time, which increases my chances of getting an internship like by 10x, right? Um, yeah, I'll definitely DM after I get a rough draft from all my essays. I did one of three so far. Fire, fire. Salary range. Um, Probably like the typical software engineer payment, like 100K minimum thing. So that's what I'm expecting at least, because that's what like most software engineering roles do give. But I don't know how that's gonna change in the scope of the next 4 years. Keep in mind, I'm in my freshman year. I got 4 more years to go ahead of me. Who knows what the economic landscape is gonna look like in 4 years? You saw how ChatGPT changed a lot of stuff in 4 fucking years, right? So I'm not saying the AI is gonna be the issue, but just like the nature of the world just changing, right? We're in a convergence time where a bunch of stuff is changing at the same time. So we have to be very cautious about stuff. That's what I'm saying. Can you join the live? And what means like what do you mean like can you like talk in the live or whatever? I mean you can just chat. I don't know about like joining. I've never done that before. Duh, duh, duh. Let's look at anything. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Um, I'm hashtag trying to figure out what's going on here. Duh, 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 All right, let's get back into right here though. Uh, am I gonna open a brokerage account anytime soon? Yes, I'm actually opening a brokerage account the moment I finish this semester. Well, next semester. Because right now, the reason why I'm not too deep on investing, even though I have outside knowledge, because I did use my dad's account to invest in high school, so I know how to invest in all that BS and all that bullshit. But the reason why I don't have one right now is because I need all the money I can get right now because I'm not working, I'm unemployed. I'm in college, no source of income. So I want to have all my money that I can that I will need at hand and being able to like get on an instant. But the moment I finish the semester and I don't have any like obligations and I have quite a bit of money, investment all the way. That's literally my plan. Oh, cool. I just like talking about AI programming. You can literally talk in the chat. I read all the chats, so it's fine. Talk in the chat, ask questions. I read all the chats. Um, Thinking of it too, I want to increase my income. Never had This much money, low key scared. Yeah. The current meta, from what I've been hearing, is Roth IRA max. So whenever you're in, a lot of companies will actually double whatever you, if you max out your Roth IRA, they'll actually double the money they're putting into as well. So just do that as well. Roth IRA, 401k, and then index funds seems to be the triple meta for what people are going for right now. Did you get a good scholarship aid for college, or are you drowning in debt? Technically, I am not. My scholarship's aid is enough to cover everything except for me dorming, right? So I still have to pay for dorming. But if I wasn't gonna dorm, I would not be paying anything. I'll pay like probably $500 a semester. If I wasn't dorming. So yeah. What's a good base to start learning like a base UI? Rio, what I would say is that take a lot of inspiration from different places. UI is a lot because I've gone through the entire process of trying to learn UI, and I would say you learn the most by copying. So try to. There's this site called Mobbin I use all the time. It's a site that has a bunch of design for a bunch of different companies and a bunch of different products, so you can kind of scroll and see stuff and copy other people's design. That's the best way to quote unquote like get a good base for design. Is just copy others. um and then of course learn how to use Figma is pretty fire because you can then like make multiple iterations faster than just like writing code. uh so yeah, that's my honest like meta for it. Copy people and use Figma. What's the website name again? It's called Mobin. Mobbin. Mobin.com. And it has like a bunch, it's like literally a gallery of a bunch of different like top 10 apps, and it has different stuff like payment methods, for example. So payment method screens, you can see this. And you can go from iOS to like be just web, and you can see different web interactions and how people do stuff, right? So very, very useful. Uh you usually say you had an investment meeting some time ago. What happened to that? Oh yeah, the person like forgot about the meeting. Like they didn't show up. So I'm guessing they're gonna reschedule that. Which which low key, I was looking like relieved the fact that I didn't have the meeting because I was tired that day, bro. I drove my brother like to basketball games and like to like all that stuff back and forth for like 6 hours, and then I had to come back and do an investment meeting. Like holy crap, I was not like into it that entire day, and I'm kind of glad that it didn't really execute as I wanted to. Thanks a lot, my guy. You really got some great knowledge. No problem, man. I'm literally here to like give y'all knowledge and also gain knowledge as well from y'all. So it was fun talking to you. Uh, recommended a good a GitHub Actions resource. Damn, I really haven't looked too much into GitHub Actions. I don't have what I would say is a meta resource for that because I haven't looked too much into it. Um, the main interaction I've had with Actions is literally just using Vercel, and then auto does that shit for me, so I don't have to do all of that stuff with new workflows and stuff. So I would definitely um go ahead and look into GitHub Actions docs question mark. There's docs right here, so I would assume you can go through that and look at that, and you might also get like a good resource. Because anytime I'm looking for something, I just resource Reddit, and yeah. So you might want to look at this as well. I'm not sure. Hopefully it's free. Uh, it's taking a while to load. It might be down, honestly. I was in Dubai when I made my TikTok now. Now I can't see links in bio anymore. It's kind of annoying. Holy crap. No. What link are you looking for in particular? I can probably point you to the right direction. If you're looking for my link tree, I have a link tree. So my link tree is literally link tree, right? Whatever. And it's sunken in, it's like Dara code. So link tree and then slash Dara code, and you should be fine. Link dot is it, how do you spell it again? Link TREE slash Dara code. And if you put this in, all my links should be there. So this is all my links and stuff. I should probably add my Discord as well. I'm like throwing on that method. Uh, I be seeing link below, but nothing is there. Ah, that kind of sucks. I'm in Discord already. Oh, all right, bet. So you literally can't click on any links. That's absolutely awful. Uh, yeah, this seems to be like a dead page. That sucks. Uh, even though it was 6 months ago. I'm curious onto uh it seems like this is a dead resource. That sucks. Yeah, I don't know what to point you towards for GitHub Actions then. Honestly. Alright guys, I'm fat as fuck and I'm hungry. So I'm gonna end stream. If any of y'all have any questions, I'll stay in for like a couple of last minute questions. Also follow if you want to talk to me off stream, join the Discord. Link is in my bio. If you go through the link tree, you go to my website and you see the link. Join the Discord. And I'm just gonna wait for like a couple minutes for it to hit 1 minute, and if any questions arise, I'll answer them. So yeah.